My name is Daniel Moskovich, and I'm the producer slash writer of this project. The idea basically was sitting in my head for about a good 20 years at least. I mean, following Dragon Ball since the early 90s, so quite a while. And I always wanted to do a story about the Yamcha character because I found him to be more deeper than he was given credit for. So it was a story that was kind of sitting around in my head for a little while, and I got to a point where basically, all right, we got to take a chance. We got to start doing this. Now there's the means. It's a calculated risk, but it's a big project. So and slowly but surely, it started coming together. So it's surreal. I got really lucky because I got a lot of talented people behind the camera that are like-minded and are a fan of Dragon Ball also, and whatever vision I had, they improved on it so much, and I just can't wait for the final product. Basically, it's really exciting. There were plenty of struggles, first of all, how to get everything on paper without sounding too cheesy or too campy. Then all of a sudden also hiring the proper people. It's not that it was hard to find the talent, it was hard to find the talent at the price that I need. So because if you have an unlimited budget, just throw money at the problem and voila, you have it, but so yeah, it was that was the main issue essentially, but it all came together. Every bump on the road that happened ended up being solvable. Yamcha is kind of considered an internet joke, so for me, because I was watching since the very first incarnations, since this first it's his first introduction, basically he struck me as a guy that had to juggle quite a bit. So most of the characters, okay, let's just train and fight. He has to pay the rent, he has issues with girls, when you grow up as a teenager, you have much more in common with that character than you do with the actual heroes of the show, because they're oriented in one direction. This guy has to handle quite a few things. I always refer to him as the Spider-Man of the Dragon Ball world. The Spider-Man has to get a job. He has bills to pay. He has to be the best hero that he can possibly be. Sometimes he doesn't succeed. Sometimes he does. There's a lot of commonality, and Spider-Man is arguably one of the deeper characters in comic book lore, depending on who you ask. So I found a lot more commonalities between these two than with the actual heroes. Even though, the main character Goku, I'm a big fan of him. So basically, Goku and Yamcha for me are the main parts. In the original Dragon Ball, it was an adventure story, and you grew up with the main character, kind of how people grew up with Harry Potter. They aged with him, and they can relate with all the trials and tribulations. But the relation, the relatability for me was always more towards Yamcha than Goku in that sense. Growing up with the character, I can understand, okay, the guy has to juggle a relationship and he has to juggle his daily life thing, and all of a sudden it's also a universe of martial arts. So how do you do all that?